Good afternoon or good evening. This is Eileen Agnes. I'm here to talk about the race in the Illinois 17th Congressional District, U.S. House. The incumbent is Bobby Schilling, Republican, Tea Party type, and the challenger is Cheri Bustos, who is basically the choice of the Democratic Party machine in Illinois. A little bit of background about the district. In 1982, Lane Evans, the longtime congressman from that area, won, and he served up until the election of until 2007. 2006, that election, Phil Hare won, and he served 2 terms, but he was unseated in the 2010 disaster from my point of view. But Bobby Schilling beat him in that district. At the time, Illinois had 19 congressional districts. Now we have 18. So each congressional district has been redrawn. The Illinois 17th is no exception. And to be honest, since it was a Democratic state house, it was drawn to include lots of Democrats. In the current configuration, which includes parts of Peoria for the first time, and this is now my district, it wasn't before, Barack Obama is leading by 15 points in this district. So this does not bode well for a Tea Party conservative Republican. And so for any hope of winning, Bobby Schilling's going to have to appear to be more moderate than he really is. And he's also going to have to do some serious attacking against Cheri Bustos. And one of the first salvos that I actually saw was a very dishonest ad, not official from the Schilling campaign, but on his behalf from the National Republican Congressional Committee. They basically put an ad talking about Cheri Bustos' time on the council, and they accused her of voting for $625,000 for a road that ran from her house to a local country club. What they did not tell you was A, she didn't belong to the country club, never did. B, the repair was for a water main repair. That, 3, the project was well underway before she even took her seat. It was a continuation of her previous project. I mean, the Republicans now against water main repair. But that's the sort of tactics they've been using. Now, one of the latest ones they've used is a doozy. People in the 17th received the following mailer. Now, it's going to appear, the writing's going to appear backwards. I have a still photo that I'll post. I've posted it on Photobucket. And as you can see, it's a newspaper-like thing. And inside, you have all sorts of the usual fluff. You have pictures of Mr. Schilling, for example, visiting predominantly African-American institutions. Nothing wrong with that. People should try to appeal to a broad base. But look at the cover. Now, I know it's backwards, so I posted a photo that's not backwards, and as you see, Illinois Democrat, and there's a picture of Mr. Schilling. If you want to find out that he's a Republican, you have to open this up and read, and you have to read quite a bit. Now, there is a grid that shows that, yes, he is a Republican, but they try to paint him as being more moderate than the rest. That's, baloney. We know what happens to Republicans in the House and how they're kept on a very short leash. But that, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. But as you can see, he is not exactly screaming the news that he's a Republican. In fact, in the last debate between Cheri Bustos and Bobby Schilling in Peoria, Mr. Schilling did not mention Mitt Romney once. He did talk about Barack Obama, and he did talk about something that Barack Obama signed. He did talk about Barack Obama not running to raise taxes on the job creators. What he didn't tell you is that this was on this tax compromise in the lame duck session, where Barack Obama, who was pushing to get the higher-end Bush tax cuts rescinded, decided to let them go in addition for extension of an employment benefit and a payroll tax holiday, among other things. He also wanted to shorten the negotiations so he could get to repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and other things like that. Of course, Mr. Schilling didn't mention any of that. And but he did say a couple of good things about Barack Obama. He didn't campaign for him or anything in the debate, but he sure said some good stuff about him and nothing about Mitt Romney. Interesting. So when you're following this, please do not be deceived. Bobby Schilling is no moderate. He's Tea Party type. And he is not in any way, shape, or form willing to work with Barack Obama. If you vote for him, you're voting for somebody who's going to oppose. And again, just look at that. Just look at this. This is a standard of honesty you can expect from him. Okay? Yeah, I know it's technically not a lie. He never says Democratic Party, court of law, he couldn't get sued for, misrepresentation. But this is hardly the kind of straightforwardness that I would expect from a candidate. Now, currently, I'm in the 18th. I'm in Aaron Schock's district. Frankly, I don't care for Mr. Schock's policies at all. But I really think being represented by Bobby Schilling would be a step down. So regardless of what you think, understand he's no Democrat, he's no moderate. Now, if you're a conservative Republican, you like conservative Republican ideas, well, by all means. If you think cutting taxes for millionaires and billionaires is a way to go, if you think backing Paul Ryan's disingenuous turning Medicare into a voucher system, and don't fall for the baloney that, well, you'll be able to stay in traditional Medicare if you want to. The whole point of that is this. If they run something like this, the healthier seniors would leave traditional Medicare, leaving traditional Medicare stuck with only the sickest cases. Costs would go through the roof, and those people would be in a world of hurt because at the private market, private industry is in business to make money, period. And someone who's chronically ill is not a good business proposition. It's not good business to insure someone who's going to guarantee that your business has a net loss. That makes no sense. This whole thing about insurance is that the healthy subsidize the weak and the chronically sick. That's how it works. So don't fall for any of that. Anyway, this is signing off, and thanks for listening if you have, and if not, well, that's okay.